Trail cam captures something that shocked the world. Trail cameras give hunters and other outdoor enthusiasts the ability to monitor wildlife and take pictures of it in the field with as little interference as possible to the animal's natural behaviors. Trail cameras allow people to take stunning photographs of wildlife for use in scouting and other outdoor activities. Nevertheless, we have something that will blow your mind. Without any further ado, let's get started with today's video. Nobody is sure what kind of creature it is. Some say it's a goblin, while others claim it was an elf. A group of people tried to get close to him or were actually chasing him, but he raced away, and he hasn't been seen or heard from since then. Nobody knows what it is. This man didn't care that a lion and lioness were waiting for him outside his tent. He was just relaxing inside and didn't know what was going on, but he was lucky because the lion couldn't get to him. After all, his tent was so strong and kept him safe from the weather. The man left as quickly as possible to save his own life because, no matter how hard he tried, this was completely crazy. He did this to try to keep himself safe. God be praised. Is it a sign of what's going to happen? A strange thing about nature? Huge, strange groups of lights have been seen from Australia to South America, and scientists have been baffled by them for decades. No one knows what it is. Indigenous Australians call these fires corpse campfires, while people in Mexico believe that the sprightly bruja is the witch's soul. In South America, they are called evil lights, which is the same as luz mala. The Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, is a mythological primate-like monster that is said to inhabit the wooded areas of North America. Both names are used interchangeably. Many people believe that the cryptid they refer to as Bigfoot first appeared in the early 19th century. Nevertheless, this legendary creature has been a part of the folklore of the United States and Canada for far longer than that. The vast majority of people are familiar with the cryptid and the countless sighting claims. However, it is unfortunate that the majority of these are nothing more than hearsay, and there is still no definitive evidence of the existence of Bigfoot to this day. The movie captured by the trail cam appears, at first glance, to be nothing more than a picture-perfect scene of snow-covered trees. In contrast, a few seconds later, a figure that resembles an ape walks into view. This figure continues to walk until it disappears into the forest, even though the camera is situated on one of the trees and therefore has a different view. Although the quality of the video isn't great, it might be one of the innumerable video clips, images, or claims demonstrating the existence of Sasquatch. This YouTuber was enjoying himself when he looked up and saw a viewer sitting in the same room as him. He attempted to make eye contact with the spectator, but it's possible that his nerves got the better of him. Before they realized that the enormous fish was actually a shark, everything was going swimmingly until that discovery, and immediately began their assault on the man. To make matters even worse, he finally drowned after falling into the lake. This guy had the shark's teeth on his board, but the shark went in a different direction at that same moment. Perhaps it was God's plan for this shark to move into a different route. Already, we can feel the chills just by thinking about it. What steps would you take if an unexpected subject, such as a little girl, emerged in one of your photographs? What kind of action could you take? The subject of the photograph is a young woman who appears to be bewildered while she keeps her distance from the animal that serves as the primary focus of the image, which is a deer. In spite of the fact that this photograph does not in any way depict a scene from a story, there's no denying the unsettling aspect that it exudes. The nun is said to have been seen by a huge number of people dancing with a skeleton, and during her performance she allegedly also had the skeleton of a dog accompanying her on stage as well. Witnesses claim that this took place, and the skeleton of the dog is said to have been there according to these witnesses. The last time we checked, nuns weren't supposed to dance with skulls and skeletons, so visiting this site in person must have seemed like something out of a terrible dream or maybe even a lucid dream. A trail camera was placed adjacent to the Old Hull General Cemetery on Springbank in England, and it captured this otherworldly picture. It'll be kept safe for future generations. This white deer is just stunning. It stands out like a sore thumb among its natural surroundings. The high visibility of white deer makes them an accessible target for hunters as well as their natural predators such as coyotes. Hence, a herd of white deer would not be able to endure in the wild. When animals are left to fend for themselves in the wild, they must contend with various new problems. Despite this, most hunters like to conceive of themselves as the most significant threat to the continued existence of wild animals. The transmission of illness is an unavoidable component of everyday life in situations in which large numbers of animals coexist in close quarters with one another. When it comes to the health of many different species, the issue of if, rather than when, should be asked. A sick deer was captured on cameras by a trail camera belonging to a hunter who followed the animal as it moved through the forest in which it usually lives. The deer gave off the impression of being defenseless and weak, as though it were on the verge of collapsing from hunger or tiredness at any moment. It is not evident what disease the distressed deer shown in the image is suffering from, because there is insufficient information provided. However, the animal is infected with boils and open wounds all over its body, including a cluster that covers its eyeballs and makes it extremely difficult for the animal to see where it is going. This is one of those photographs that you need to look at more than once if you want to have any hope of figuring out what is going on in it. If you look at it once, you won't be able to tell what is happening. At first look, it appears to be the image of a deer or anything that resembles a deer fleeing from a dangerous animal. Well, that's not that strange, is it? In any case, a closer inspection of the suspected dangerous animal reveals that it is unlike any other living thing in the globe at this time. It appears as though the mystery species has the body of a monkey, which is an animal that's not indigenous to the forests of the United States in any way, shape, or form. If what appears to be a pair of wings can be seen perched atop the creature's shoulder blades, then this is a well-known work of fiction, like The Wizard of Oz, and it may not be as fictional as we previously believed it to be. Even though the idea of death as a half-living person who travels the world to collect the souls of people who are about to die is fascinating and has inspired some beautiful art over the years, I seriously doubt that anyone actually believes in the Grim Reaper. In any case, in no way, shape, or form can this picture be seen as proof that the Grim Reaper was there. This is a picture of a person with a white mask and a black robe around his or her neck, but that mask doesn't look very real. Even so, there's no getting around the fact that it is creepy. It seems likely that whoever this unidentified person was is wandering around in the woods dressed as a Grim Reaper and had no idea that a trail camera was nearby. This is because these trail cameras are hard to see unless you're standing right in front of them. It's almost certain that the first goal wasn't to scare the person with a camera. He may have wanted to scare people walking in the woods or kids playing there. Well, that's all for today's video. We'll be back with more soon. Hey, don't forget to like our video and make sure you subscribe to our channel. And if you like what you have seen, make sure you let us know in the comment section below, because we always love to hear from you, our listeners and our viewers. And after liking our video, we would appreciate it if you would share it with all your friends and family and fellow fans of the weird that are in your inner circle. They'll get a kick out of our video. Hey, and if you want to check out more videos like this, all you got to do is have a look around our channel. We have plenty of more great content for you. Thanks for spending time out of your busy day to hang out with us today, and we'll do it again soon. Have a great day.